practice at the Wings Over North Georgia Airshow in October of 2013. Pilot Jim Tobul and Scott Yoak were discussing the U.S. Air Force's heritage and the U.S. Navy's legacy flights. Jim is the owner of the F4U Corsair, the Korean War hero. Scott is the owner of the P-51 Mustang Quicksilver. Both aircraft were the pinnacle of military technology at the time these aircraft were built. The technology helped to win the European and Pacific theaters in World War II and went on to continue the defense of freedom in the Korean War. Both the Korean War hero and Quicksilver were built in 1945. From this landmark year, they would like to present to you the class of 45. About Scooter's Mustang, this one was built from parts and pieces. When Scooter was a young man, he would tell you, and by young, I mean a little younger than he is today. Just turned 30 years old. We lost his dad, Bill, just a few years ago. But he and his father hand-built this P-51, literally from parts and pieces. Scooter recalled playing basketball and soccer against Quicksilver's wings before they were assembled. He grew up in this business and today is one of the top metal fabricators in the world for hand-building custom warbird parts and pieces. He learned the trade from his father, Bill, who was one of the earliest Skunk Works fabricators, worked under the tutelage of Kelly Johnson. This aircraft, although not a historic paint scheme, is representative and I think the most beautiful P-51 on Earth for what it represents. The Korean War hero in its own right. A veteran of the Korean War, lovingly restored by the Tobul family to exacting standards. It has gone on to represent both the Korean War and the World War II veterans who flew the Corsair.
The lighting's getting better. Yeah, it is.
This particular airplane, as we said, served on board many carriers. It was flown by a variety of pilots, many of whom were of note. The Korean War hero retired from the U.S. Navy on July 5th, 1956. And from approximately 1960 to 1970, the aircraft flew with the Honduran Air Force as FAH-613 during the Soccer War with El Salvador. In 1977, it was sold to an American airline pilot who brought it to the USA. Joe and Jim Tobul bought it back in '81 and started a very long rebuilding project. 10 years later, the Korean War hero flew proudly again on December the 8th, 1991. The aircraft is presently based down in Bamberg, South Carolina. And again now from the left, please welcome Jim Tobul and Scott Yoak, the class of 45. This is one of the coolest passes in the airshow circuit today. You're going to catch both of these aircraft at center stage and they're going to break apart right at airshow center. They're going to cross right in front of each other in the break and break apart, go different directions with an aileron roll. And if you can catch the scissor break with your camera, you'll leave here today with a true souvenir that you won't see anywhere else. A Corsair and a P-51 Mustang, the class of 45, flying for you at Show Center. Just keep your cameras on it. They're going to come directly over the top of you. And as soon as they approach about the Thunderbirds there, you'll see the break. Just keep your camera right on them both. Don't worry about shooting each individually. Keep them on both, and you too will get the break as it happens right at Show Center. Let's watch now. F45 would like to dedicate each and every one of these passes to the men and women who proudly have served and are serving in the United States Armed Forces. The mission is simple: to preserve and honor the service of the American military men and women, both then and now, in flying these legendary machines. We remember their service, their contributions, and our obligation to never let their sacrifices be in vain. As the thunder of their engines fades into the distance, remember that freedom is not free, and that liberty is everyone's responsibility. With a poignant reminder, we all must meet in the middle. This flight today is dedicated to the memory of Jim Tobul, Jim's father, and Bill Yoak, Scott's father, and all of the men and women who serve in the United States military. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all of our veterans here today and for the class of 45. Thank you for your attendance today, and God bless America. I'd like to bring up here in a few moments Ms. Lisa Heidinger. Lisa, do we have just a few moments here, I think, before the Trojan Horseman?
Matt, yes, I do think we have just a quick moment.
I want to bring up here and get this guy up here. Jay, is this one? Listen, General, we thank you for your service. We're so glad you're here with us today.
It's a great life, and services people are outstanding. Every one of the service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. If I missed any, I don't think so.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Matt.
And listen, you're here with the Disabled American Veterans. They're right over here. If folks would like to come and meet you, look for Panchito. It's going to be right back here to the right of the announcer stand.
We'll be there.
And you'll be there to tell them how to help out, won't you?
That's right.
Well, General, you're an American hero, and we're honored to have you. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, General Bartlett, who is up here with us, go by and meet him for yourself. Go meet him and see him in person. All right, over there at Panchito, the B-25, courtesy of our friends at the Disabled American Veterans. Lynn May, thanks for bringing this up here and making General Bartlett possible for us to interview. So incredible, Jay Rabbit, the people we get to meet up here, and I'm telling you what, it's just going to get better and better and better. Jay Rabbit, let's change gears here just momentarily and thank our friends there who have made this air show possible, our friends at Andrews Federal Credit Union. Lisa Heidinger, I'm told the airspace has been turned over to the Trojan Horseman. So we're getting ready for the Trojan Horseman, the world's largest formation aerobatic team with the T-28 Trojan. A huge